prepared yet.
You need to try and pick off the units as. Look at the shields on the mark.
Oh my god, the drone's gonna take this.
Hey ladies and gentlemen, this is HD.
And this is Pain User.
We're back for game number 2 between RaNgeD and Liquid Ret.
Booyah!
This has been a really good series so far. Well, it's just the beginning of the series, really. The first game already going towards RaNgeD in what seemed to be almost perfect Protoss play, really well refined, as you put it, Pain User.
Absolutely.
He executed it brilliantly, and what do we have going on here? A probe being pulled off the mineral line right away. Oh, RaNgeD is gonna try to cheese Ret here, and I love this play, but I don't know about the positioning of the, if he puts the gateways here, then it could be scouted by something that crosses the watchtower like a drone. But I do love the idea to cheese Ret because Ret is known for his macro play.
Absolutely, if Ret goes for another 15 hatch, although Ret is getting his Overlord inside the base relatively quickly here, and he's going to be able to scout him out before he gets up to 15 supply, and I think this will change Ret's entire game plan. We'll just have to wait and see. Let's go over to Ret's base and keep an eye on what he's doing. He has gone up to 13 drones here, so he's not getting a super early pull, but as soon as he realizes that there's no buildings at the top of the ramp, he'll probably head down towards the natural, and when he sees that there's absolutely nothing there as well, I can't help but think that he will get a pull down immediately, and he is changing the direction of that Overlord, so I can't help but think that Ret's gonna be ready for this, and he's such a talented player. He's gonna be able, well,
these gateways went down at 10 supply though. This is a hardcore double gateway at 10 supply. This is the earliest timing you can possibly get 2 gateways, and they're proxied. Oh my god! Ret has gone for a hatchery first despite scouting the lack of buildings inside the main and natural. What is Ret doing? Does he really think he can hold off a cheese? Now he's telling his drones to go mine, and he's immediately dropping the pull. He has to cancel this hatchery. I do not see any way for him to possibly hold it off because the first Chrono Boosted Zealot is on the way.
A few mistakes simultaneously from Ret there, sending all of his drones to the same mineral patch. I don't know if he was trying to surround that probe or what exactly was going on there, but it did not work out. He needs every ounce of minerals he can get. Those drones need to scoop that up with their little crab arms and pull it back to the hatchery.
Crab walk the minerals.
Because he needs 100% effectiveness right now, efficiency from all those mining units. We do have Zealots coming into the natural right now, and Ret cannot be happy about seeing this.
Let me tell you something, Pain User. If Ret is able to hold this off, after going for a 16 pull, because he basically went for, it was like a delayed 16
hatch
pull.
or
he hatched first, and then he dropped the pull.
To 16 pull.
Yeah, he 16 pulled, but it wasn't like a fast 16 pull, it was a delayed 16 pull because he had to invest 300 minerals in the hatchery. If Ret holds this off, he is a complete boss. He just canceled his hatchery, so now he is in a world of hurt. He is gonna get blocked outside his ramp if RaNgeD decides to do so. Now Ret is throwing down double spine crawlers. He has 6 slings on the way with 3 zealots and a probe, a 4th zealot coming in. Ret is in so much trouble.
Absolutely. We do have a roach warren and a spine crawler on the way. Ret doing a great job blocking and zoning out those zealots, preventing them from getting in on the top and the bottom. He's plugging all the holes in the mineral line, and that spine crawler does get up. Ret is gonna pull his drones off the line, and that spine crawler and those zerglings able to clean up a few of these zealots here, trapping another zealot in the mineral line, gonna take that out as well, and Ret is getting roaches out now, and as soon as these roaches come out, he is gonna be in the clear. Roach is so effective against zealots, especially when on creep, and keep in mind, RaNgeD has not started mining gas yet. There will not be stalkers out on the field for quite some time, and Ret has turned an absolutely terrible situation into a pretty decent one.
It looks like RaNgeD Pain User is gonna be going for a forge now, so I think his idea here is try to get some cannons down on the low ground to contain the Zerg player Ret. If he can get some cannons up, he would be in a pretty good spot. Does he have a probe nearby? He's bringing a probe over right now. He just needs to delay these roaches from getting down the ramp, and that's what he's doing right now, trying to buy time, but now a 3rd roach has come out. The forge is still 10 seconds away, and don't forget the timing it takes for a cannon to warp in. I think RaNgeD now may be the one who's in trouble. Oh god, the zealots are going to actually engage here as RaNgeD continues to buy time, and I think he realized he just can't even get the cannon out, and he's just gonna forget about it.
My goodness, RaNgeD losing all of the zealots right there. This is so bad for RaNgeD. I thought he was in the clear. Things could not have been going better for him there, although, you know, RaNgeD, just such a talented player, well-versed in dealing with this double 10 gate. He reacted almost perfectly, and man, that micro in the mineral line from RaNgeD was just so impressive, plugging all of the entry points into that spine crawler, and now RaNgeD forced to throw down a bunch of cannons. Will they get up in time? 2 more zealots heading into the main of RaNgeD right now. As all this is happening, he is going to have to pull his probes off the line to keep these roaches out, and it's not going to be fast enough.
It's not going to be pretty at all. RaNgeD is going to come in with all his probes, trying to delay the roaches from coming in. He is going to lose so many probes. Zealots at the front door of the Zerg, not even choosing to engage. Now RaNgeD is going to fall back, and how many probes was he able to salvage out of that engagement? Only a measly 8 probes to the 20 drones of RaNgeD. RaNgeD now actually under fire a little bit from these 2 zealots, but really not having to worry at all with that spine crawler inside the main. And the roaches are just gonna do a run by behind the cannons. They get right into the mineral line, and I can't help but think, did RaNgeD just cheese himself into a loss?
Absolutely. You can't fault him. He was up 1 zip, going for that cheese in the second game. Didn't work out for him, but you gotta respect a player who's willing to put things on the line, especially when they have a little bit of leeway in the series and they're up 1 zip. So nothing much to say about that game. You guys saw it. RaNgeD went for it. The double 10 gate didn't work out for him. So it is all tied up at 1-1, and I love it when we go to a rubber match.
I bet RaNgeD is that bully, that kid bully that bullied me on the playground. Talking about those player profiles.
He's a pretty nice guy, actually.
Have you seen his picture? He looks like an awesome guy.
He's a nice guy. He's a really nice guy. All right, guys.
All right.
Well, that does it. It is going to be all tied up at 1-1, and we will be right back at you guys with Game 3 of this series between RaNgeD and RaNgeD. So
don't go anywhere.
Tuned.